So we are back with the introduction to Professor Filius' deck. Our dear music teacher is at the same level with Professor Snape based on the deck's level of complexity. For this deck, you need to pull out your cards in sequence. The sequence is based on the energy consumption number on top left hand of your cards. And you got to pull out in ascending order for Filius passive to take effect. Filius passive shoots out music notes that hits your opponent party. The amount of music notes will follow the energy of third card you put up. There's also a special sequence 5-6-2. When you pull out your cards according to this order, you will receive extra 2 energy. There's many variations to Filius deck. Main point to note is always have cards with energy from 2 to 6 or 7. This way you can easily pull out 3 cards in ascending order at any time. For the first deck I'm showing, I'm using assist card Kevin. Kevin increases the damage of your passive attack, the music note projectiles, as those music notes are normal attacks. Then the use of Daniel and Hagrid for survival. Also, if you have Phoenix, you can use it for additional heal buffs. If not, you can replace with other cards that provide shield or healing. You can try using the Thunderbird. It shields up to 3 allies and intermittently activates lightning AoE around the shield. Just so you know, this deck is not effective to counter all decks. At my current tier level, most cards should be more than level 10 in order to get that winning streak. I'm pretty much stuck at this tier now. But just to show you what Filius deck is capable of, let's look at this match against Hermione deck.
No. Don't even bother.
Essence of Ditty.
Okay, so we start off with the match by summoning Kevin first to get that increased damage on your music note projectile. And I also summon Phoenix to keep myself and Kevin alive, but apparently Kevin is gone too soon. You can revive your Phoenix up to 3 times. So I get 2 heals, one from Phoenix and one from Daniel. Okay, take a good look at this skill, the Howler that I'm using. It causes confusion and fear to the opponent or enemy within its area of effect. Those opponent or enemy that is under its effect will also be more vulnerable to your damage. It's actually good to use Howler or bring Howler with you. Very good against deck that relies highly on shields, especially Hermione's deck, where usually the player would hide inside a shield and spam spells.
Oh, this isn't what the book said.
Essence of Ditty.
Notice the numbers on top of my character. starting from now, first number is 6, right? So this is void already because like red color means void. So blue color means it's effective. 2, 3 and you can pull out the next card that has a higher energy consumption so that your music notes you will project 7 music notes. Because if you remember the music notes that you project out is based on the third card energy consumption. So now my first 2 number is 4 and 5 and the next one I chose a 6 energy consumption card. So my character will project out 6 music notes. Sometimes if you need that extra energy replenishment, you can try to pull out cards in this sequence 5, 6, 2. Right, so let's look at the next deck. If you do not own a Phoenix or Dragon Egg, feel free to replace with any of these cards, whichever you are comfortable with, and try to choose those cards at level 10 or above. I also chose these cards to break my opponent's defense. And also Professor Mcgonagall for assist card. Use her at the last moment when you're ready to pull out damage cards. That's because at first she turns your opponent party into small animals, making them more vulnerable to attacks. Subsequently, she only turns one enemy at a time into animal for every card you put out. Until the 8th times, she will summon a moving statue for you. So let's start with a match against the current popular Newt deck.
Monster
Cornish pixies. Fiend fire.
Is that a colourful entrance? I hope so. Even taller.
Swooping evil. Expulsor. Essence of dittany.
Cassandra is like my shield. So if the opponent bring down my Cassandra, it will probably be quite hard for me to win this game.
Cornish pixies. Fiend fire.
Norwegian ridgeback. Niffler.
Swooping evil. Expulsor.
You can use your healing spell on the dragon egg to increase its speed of hatching. So the dragon egg actually once it hatch can be quite damaging. Causes a lot of stress to your opponent as well. So the reason why I brought the wild ball card is to break away his defense. For now, both of our defense are Cassandra. But he did not bring any card that can bring down Cassandra easily. Actually, he did bring something similar to mine. But the damage is not that high as compared to my wild ball. Oh yeah, and that's because the wild ball that he uses is due to Newt's passive. He's using a Newt deck. So you can see the difference, like the Newt's passive doesn't cause as much damage as you yourself bring along the card.
This. Keep going. You've got this. Cornish pixies.
Norwegian ridgeback.
Swooping evil. Niffler. Swelling.
Norwegian Ridgeback.
So for a deck like mine, this kind with a lot of summons, no spells deck, Hermione can break it easily.
Not my finest hour.
Norwegian Ridgeback.
Atmosphere charm.
Let's take a look at its effect on Bellatrix deck. Same using the Wild Ball to destroy his Okami, and later on can use it to destroy his Cassandra.
Whiz bang. Atmosphere charm.
Monster.
Thunderstorm.
Just get this over with.
My Cassandra is gone first, his Cassandra is almost gone.
Oh, this isn't what
So
the
I
book
still have
said.
Daniel to heal me, and I need to revive my Phoenix for more heal.
Keep going. You got this.
For such deck, early game could be a bit dangerous and harder to survive, but if you can survive like through mid game, you can actually make a comeback because you have a lot of heals, the Phoenix and Daniel, and then later on I will use Professor Mcgonagall. Okay, so Professor Mcgonagall, once she during her entrance, she will turn all your enemies, everyone in the opponent party, into small animals that actually breaks their defense, and that is the moment that you pull out cards that cause damage to your opponent. So try to heal Professor Mcgonagall if you can, don't let her die too soon. Because once she turns the enemy 8 times into small animals, at the number 8 times she will summon this big moving statue. So it's like your extra defense. Of course, just so you know that this deck arrangement is only useful if your overall card level is high. So probably at my current tier level, I need to get most of my cards at level 9 or 10. So I can lose easily to other deck using strong spells or normal attack because my deck rely heavily on summons, so I lose out if my summon cannot survive longer on the battlefield. You can consider mixing your deck with a strong spell like this guy on the top. I lost to him. So yeah, start playing Filius deck. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.